Welcome back, Ultra MAGA Nation citizens,
Citizens.
to the shittiest podcast on Rumble.
Little shitty.
So we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to read a monologue. It could be ass. It's probably going to be ass. But we're going to have a very brief intro.
But not about ass.
But not about ass. Except getting all up in Iran's ass. Boom! Welcome back to Ultra MAGA Nation. It's Saturday, June 13th, 2026. And if you thought the news cycle moved fast before, the last 48 hours just completely shattered the sound barrier. Grab your coffee, buckle up, and lean in because Donald J. Trump is currently putting on a masterclass in global politics. This has been the mainstream's, fuck me. That has the mainstream's media.
Not part of the monologue.
Not part of the monologue. That has had the mainstream media's head spinning at Mach 2. Let's talk about the absolute whiplash we just experienced on Thursday morning. The fake news media was practically hyperventilating, screaming that World War II was starting. Why? Because after the Iranian regime had the audacity to shoot down an American Apache over the Strait of Hormuz, President Trump didn't send a strong-worded letter like Obama or who was the other guy? You know, the guy. He authorized immediate, heavy-hitting, retaliatory strikes that completely vaporized what was left of Iran's air defense and radars in Badr Abbas and Kashim Island. But Trump wasn't done. He went on Truth Social. Wow. This is why we don't do this. He went on Truth Social and dropped the ultimate hammer. He told Iran we were hitting them very hard that night. And he explicitly put them on notice, we are taking Karg Island. Now, for those who don't know, Karg Island is only 8 square miles, but it handles roughly 90% of Iran's entire crude exports. It is literally the bank account of the Ayatollahs. Trump basically looked at Tehran and said, we took over Venezuela's oil market in January and will gladly do it to yours tonight. The media panicked, the globalists wept, and then the ultimate art of the deal pivot. Just hours before the bombers were scheduled to fly, Trump flips the script. He announced he's pausing the strikes because Iran is suddenly, miraculously, on the verge of signing a historic peace agreement. And a hard timeline to demine the Strait of Hormuz. You see how that works, folks? You show the enemy a picture of their entire economic lifeline turned into a smoking parking lot, and suddenly they find a sudden urge to negotiate. It's wild. This isn't reckless. This is peace through absolute undeniable strength. And if anyone thinks Trump is softening up while they write up the paperwork, you haven't been watching the Gulf of Oman. The U.S. Navy and CENTCOM are quietly putting on a clinic. Late Tuesday night, a 29-year-old Dark Fleet rogue tanker, the MT Cerebello, thought they could sneak past our maritime dragnet to smuggle Iranian crude. They ignored the warnings. They tried to play games. So what did U.S. aircraft do? We didn't sink the ship and cause an environmental disaster. Our military executed a flawless surgical strike and put a precision munition straight through the roof of their engine room, instantly disabling the vessel in international waters. Boom, game over. This makes 8 rogue Shadow Fleet ships completely neutralized. Since I disappeared in this picture, since the blockade started in April, the corporate media wants to call this chaos. We call it standard operating procedure for an America first foreign policy. No endless ground wars, no trillions of dollars wasted, and zero tolerance for terrorists messing with American assets. The blockade stays tight, pressure stays maximum, and the swamp is being drained on a global scale. We've got a massive show lined up for you today, breaking down the entire strategy, plus a huge hit on the Tren de Aragua gang leaders in Venezuela that just went down yesterday. Stay right where you're at. The Ultramagination show starts now. All right, so I butchered that fucking completely, but that's what I get. I actually practiced that.
Oh, don't tell me.
I practiced that for a while. And I still had to read it, damn near all of it off the piece of paper. That sucks, and I still fucked it up a couple times. But you know what? Here's to y'all for sitting through it. Maybe the next one will be better, if there's ever a next one.
That's right.
So the couple things we want to talk about tonight, we have a little more on Iran and the memorandum of some bullshit that I can't remember what it was called. Marty, the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding, or the MOU. We're going to talk about how Trump's name was peeled off of the Trump Kennedy Center in the middle of the night. Whether you agreed with it or not, like, we're going to break down why it was actually put up there in the first place. And that's going to have some explanations. We're also... What is QUEN?
I don't know. Quinn.
Quen?
Probably trying to say quit.
Your mod is banned.
Oh no! Not Fat Steven JFG.
Hey guys, thanks for commenting on our podcast.
Yeah.
That actually helps us, even if it's trash talk.
They like told me which one it was, but I don't even know which one to not spam. So it's probably gonna get spammed. Well, you banned it, so
Yeah, he banned you. You're banned. You're banned. But you know what? We wouldn't ban you, Fat Steven JFG, if you wanted to post your link on our podcast.
Spam
go right ahead. And I don't know who Wolverine is,
Snicked,
but you're good. So pretty much, as we all know, Thursday an Apache was shot down and Trump responded to it. We actually talked about that on Thursday. But what we didn't know, what was actually in the works because of all that stuff, is the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding, the MOU, which is an interim agreement negotiated through Pakistan and Qatar to halt the current military conflict, set up the framework for larger nuclear talks. Because at the end of the day, it's that nuclear dust that we're trying to prevent from being inside of that country. They cannot have any of it. We have to take that dust, that fine yellow dust. And it's the yellowest. There's been conversation on the fact of maybe Trump's getting it to, now what I'm hearing is they're going to destroy it. But there's talks that I've heard on some of the back channels that are involving the fact that maybe Trump wants it to find out, because apparently uranium has specific isotopes that they can read, follow, and find exactly where it came from. That's kind of a big deal when you're talking about how did Iran get uranium in the first place. Grok, whether Iran has like mineable uranium. I don't know how else to say that. Like whether they're able to pull it from their own soil or whatever.
Deposits?
Yeah. Because the big thing with it, the things that I wonder is, where did that uranium come from? You know, when Hillary Clinton sold Uranium One, did that have something to do with it? When Barack Obama sent over pallets of cash, did he send over a little yellow cake hidden inside? And those are answers we'd find out if they actually went and grabbed.
They do.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a large? Is it small? Okay, so, or did they mine it out of their own ground? And now that we know this is things that we just figured out right now. Breaking news: Iran has their own uranium deposits under their ground. How could we ever stop them from demining uranium? But things are moving fast right now. President Trump claims a deal is scheduled to be signed as early as this weekend. Of course, the Iranian officials are like, oh, well, we don't know. I don't know why I used Trump's voice right there. We don't know if it's going to be. They were like, we don't know. We don't know if they're going to be able to pull that that signed that contract. We don't know if they're signing it, but we
don't
think they
know.
are. We think they are. I think the pressure's
I've
strong
talked
enough.
to experts. They say they might.
All the greatest experts say that it could happen. The smartest experts. A couple of the things about the memorandum that a lot of people are kind of like, whatever. So basically, Iran has said, yeah, sure, we'll show up, we'll sign the piece of paper, but then you're going to unfreeze our money. You're gonna unfreeze the 24 or so $billion in Iranian assets. But Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance have explicitly shot that down, stating that Iran is not getting cash just for showing up to the table.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. It's not Barack Obama. It's not, who's that guy? You know the guy, Joe Biden. In case you didn't get the reference earlier when I said it in the thing. You know, the thing.
The thing.
But we're not just going to give you shit for showing up. This is a play to get paid contract, basically. You start taking the mines out, you start opening the strait up, then we'll move the naval blockade. We start seeing nuclear dust getting destroyed, then we'll start unfreezing assets. Like, this is the complete opposite to what any of these other people have done or seen in the years past or the administrations before. Because the administrations before would cave. They would be like,
Yeah.
hey, no,
Don't.
it's cool. Don't. That was the one. Or let me send you pallets of cash and you just won't, right?
Yeah,
Like that's what
you know,
Obama did.
bribe you.
And at the end of the day, all they did was create a much more stronger, I think I said that weird, a much stronger ballistic missile program and nuclear capable program at refining uranium. I think it was to 64%.
Yeah.
So like that's been a big thing. Either we gave them cash or whatever.
And there's the yellow cake.
And we're back on.
Back on. Oh.
Back on.
Back on.
And our first ad. Freedom and safety are often seen as going hand in hand with responsibility and proper preparation. Being a responsible owner involves a commitment to being well trained, knowledgeable, and equipped with reliable safety gear. Protecting a household requires more than just equipment. It requires a focus on safety protocols, secure storage, and a deep understanding of local regulations. Professional training is a cornerstone of safe ownership. Comprehensive resources and expert led courses help individuals develop the necessary skills to handle equipment safely and effectively. Whether the focus is on home defense or personal safety, personalized education tailored to specific needs ensures that safety standards are met. Joining a community that values ongoing education and rigorous safety practices is a proactive step toward responsible citizenship.
Responsible. Oh my god. Oh, cool.
Am I supposed to read all of that?
Nah, that's the it's the instructions. Not the script.
Yeah, but that actually says what the fuck they're talking about.
I'll read it.
All right, so here in Jacksonville, we know that freedom isn't a privilege, it's your fundamental right. Exercising that right means being prepared, properly trained, and equipped with the absolute best. Welcome to our locally owned gun shop, where we stand as proud defenders of your Second Amendment rights. We don't just supply firearms, we're protecting your way of life by offering a premium, curated inventory of top tier rifles, handguns, and tactical gear that you can trust with your family safety. Our mission is to provide the highest level of expert customer service. I lost my place. expert customer service to our community. Whether you're looking for everyday carry, home defense, or custom builds, our knowledgeable team is here to give you personalized gear, recommendations tailored exactly to your needs. We believe that rights go hand in hand with responsibility, which is why we also provide comprehensive professional training resources to keep your safety skills sharp. Don't compromise when it comes to your rights, your security, or your family's safety. Choose local expertise, commit to professional training, and stand your ground with confidence. We invite you to visit our storefront today to meet our expert team, get your personalized gear recommendations, and explore our professional training resources. Stop by our counter or check out our full inventory online to join a local community that truly values liberty, safety, and responsible ownership. We look forward to serving you soon.
Yeah. Meh.
That one was weird.
Yeah.
I don't think they did that right. I'm not criticizing what you did, US Patriot Firearms, but you didn't give me a name to say, number one. And you got the stuff backwards. So if we didn't get that 6 cents worth of advertising right, well, I guess just keep your 6 cents.
Yeah.
No big deal, but like fix your shit. That was kind of bad. Anyway, sorry for that rude interruption.
So rude.
But basically, we're not just going to give them stuff like the past administration, just like in the monologue where, when Iran shoots down something of ours before, we would be like, hey, don't do that. This time there was kinetic action. There was a consequence for the decisions and the choices they made. And that's big because that's not something we as Americans are used to seeing. What we're used to seeing is 8 weeks of grandstanding and then a strongly worded letter that says you can't do that. And now what we see when American pilots or just Americans at all are in any way in danger, we see strong kinetic action. And that's big. Because for this peace thing to work finally, because we've heard this word so many times over the last 6, 8 weeks that this conflict has gone on, we've watched Trump say, and maybe not always Trump, but someone come out and say, hey, this time they actually mean it. Just for 3 days later, we're shooting missiles at each other again. The fact that he brought up Carg Island and told them that we're going to take it is massive. Because what they have is the visualization of the fact that we went into Venezuela and in 2 hours and 30 minutes took over their oil and took their leader, or the guy that pretended like he was their leader, even though he wasn't actually voted. He lost that election.
Yeah, he was a dictator.
So it's refreshing to see maybe a change of pace. I believe he had every intentions to take Carg Island. And if he would have controlled 90% of the oil exports that come out of Iran, which would have been, once again, a major blow to China. Because China's the one that's out there buying all this oil from Venezuela and Iran. At the end of the day, what I think we're trying to stop is the invasion of Taiwan.
And the strategic positioning on America.
And the strategic. That's why Greenland's always in the conversation. So what I see going on with the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding is not a pay to play, but a play to get paid. You got to show up and do your shit, and then we'll start releasing sanctions. You got to pull the mines out of the water and open the strait, and then we might let you sell some of your oil. Like it's the exact opposite as what we've seen as Americans go on for the last 20, 30 years that Iran's been allowed to do. And that's what's refreshing. Now, am I frustrated with the fact that every 3 days I hear about another peace deal with Iran? Absolutely, because I want to see results. But what I don't see is what looks to be another 20-year war in the Middle East. I see something that's either going to come to fruition or we're just going to choke Iran out. We're just not going to let anybody in. And you hear a lot of the Middle Eastern countries are now building pipelines and everything else just to surpass the Strait of Hormuz. Because the world's fed up with what Iran's done. And finally, a country's done something about it. Because we've heard everybody on the fucking planet sit here and go, you know what? Iran can't do this.
Yeah.
But no world leaders had the wherewithal, the gall, or the nuts to actually change it.
Big fat balls.
And that is what I see has happened. They shot an Apache, and luckily, the Shaheed drone didn't explode. Because I found out a Shaheed drone is packed with 100 pounds of high explosives.
Oh, shit.
That's like 100 pounds of C4 or whatever. And I don't know if it's actually C4, but it's high explosives.
Go
And
boom.
100 pounds of explosives explodes quite well, especially when it hits the cockpit of a helicopter.
It'd be exploding.
That's a very small area, probably smaller than about the length of this couch. And if the reports I heard said it smacked in between the pilot and the co-pilot of the helicopter, and they had to glide it into the water because they realized it hadn't exploded, but there was still fire in the cockpit. And that preludes to why they were actually picked up by an autonomous drone, which is actually about 23 foot long. The ship that picked or the boat that picked them up is pretty much like a 24-foot Carolina skiff almost. It's a fast action drone, and it has 1,000-pound carrying capacity. But this is the first time ever an autonomous drone came in and picked it up. The reason they sent that was because the helicopter got shot down and they didn't know what shot it down. Now, when they're talking about it initially, what Iran wants people to think is it was shot down by a precision munition that was aimed. But what the analysts are actually thinking and shot down the Apache, or not thinking, we know it was a Shaheed drone, but what they're thinking was happened is the Apache just happened to get in the way of the Shaheed drone.
Okay.
It wasn't something was aimed at it. There wasn't some guy going, lock on. And normally,
make safe.
An Apache has the capability of picking up stuff like that, but it was flying very low to the water. And apparently the radar stuff scrambles because of the waves and everything else on the water. It scrambled the Apache's radar. They didn't see it coming.
Okay.
So it got smacked by something that was a complete fucking, when like you throw something over your shoulder and it lands in a cup like 12 feet away from you and you're like, I got it. That's pretty much like a dumb shit luck thing that happened with that Apache. So, but because American service members' lives were put in danger, Trump responded. 49 Tomahawk missiles, uncounted interdictions through airplanes or fighter jets. Like, we're not allowing people to put harm in the way of American troops anymore. Like, that's done.
Yeah.
Just like we're done with the UN and the EU, not the EU, NATO, and all that shit. We're not paying the bill for anything, and we're not letting you hurt our soldiers anymore.
Yep.
And that is a refreshing sight, because I've seen so many presidents through my lifetime act like 13 service members dying in Afghanistan and the withdrawal just happens. It's no big deal. Act like what happened at, what was the embassy? One Hillary Clinton. Act like Benghazi is just part of what happens. Like, there's never been retribution for the fact that this stuff happens until now. And that's one of the reasons why we stand behind Trump, because not only is he making America great again, and we can have conversations on some stuff, but he does not allow children to get hurt. He does not allow service members to get hurt. And he doesn't allow people to openly and freely hurt American citizens. And that's refreshing, because before it was kind of like, oh yeah, the drugs are killing Americans, but like, what can we do about it?
Right.
Trump's blowing up fucking boats full of narcotics.
As he should.
Or, and that's segue into the next conversation.
Segue.
Hector Rosenfeld Guerrero. You know that name?
That's Arguagua. Arguagua.
Aragua. That. All right. Let's see if I can find it. Strike or T. That is the guy that started Trende Argua.
Okay. An arguer. He got a raguat.
He got smacked. Okay, I didn't spell that right. I didn't spell that right.
What are you trying to spell?
All of it.
K-L-L.
Let's see if I can find it, because there's video that he released. So we're done with letting narco terrorists kill Americans.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, it is not going to be allowed anymore. And so because of that, I'm looking for the video. There it is. So I don't know if you heard, but yesterday morning there was a phrase that my co-host coined, narco terrorist, that fucked around and found out.
He found right out.
Found right out. And so what we're going to show you, it's a 10-second video that Donald Trump unclassified. You can see the green roof. Let's make sure that it's actually up there this time, and it is. And so he was probably, I don't know, waking up, getting his coffee, BLAM!
That's the movie Sicario, where the dude shows him that shit.
And he's dead.
He's fucking dead, dude.
And
boy got blammed.
He got blammed. So here, we'll show it one more time. Take it away. Take it away. Take it away. Take it away now. This right here is the roof of Hector Rosenford Guerrero, better known as Nino Guerrero. By the way, in case you didn't know, that means boy warrior. He was the undisputed longtime maximum leader of Tren de Aragua. Executed by U.S. Southern Command, Southcom, it was a swift and lethal kinetic strike, targeting a heavily fortified compound in southern Venezuela, state of Bolivia. I probably fucked that up. As we're watching right here, Trump declassified and posted the aerial drone footage. So we had a drone on top of this. I don't think the drone is what fired the missile, but it could have been. Just because of the direction, you would think this would be a bomb, not a missile. If it was directly over it, it would kind of be a dumb munition, not a smart munition. And what you see is a bird's eye view of a building with a distinct green roof, and a split second later, a massive precision explosion completely vaporizes.
Well, if I paint my roof green, no one will see it. I should be. Oh my god!
Oh my god! We're all dead. One more time.
Bam! Blam! Blam! Blam!
That's just great.
It is. He got fried.
Oh, that dude's dunzo.
Kobayashi, yep.
So the reason that that's important is one of the first times Venezuela's ministry #1 joined in this. They gave us information. They showed us what they helped with information. Trust me, the CIA got most of its information on its own.
Oh, yeah.
But Venezuela's forces were also fighting TDA elements on the ground. So their people were getting shot up too. This was a combined effort between Venezuela and America to get a guy that let's just name off some of the people that this is really kind of for. Lincoln Riley and Jocelyn Nagare.
Mm-hmm.
Those are people that were killed by proven Tren de Araguan gang members. And once again, this goes back to like why we struck Venezuela so hard after the Apache attack, because this is retribution for American victims.
Mm-hmm.
These people have been flooding our streets with fentanyl and, on top of that, physically assaulting Americans.
Yes.
And for years past, when an assault on Americans happened, it was just kind of like, well, you're American, deal with it. Y'all have money, we don't.
Yeah. It was like whatever. Liberals are like, we probably deserve it.
Yeah, no. Lincoln Riley didn't deserve that. Neither did Jocelyn Nagare. Like, nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to be brutally beaten, raped, and murdered. Nobody.
Not a one.
And if you disagree with that, leave. Just leave. Comment in the comments, say, I disagree with it, and make sure to leave your full name so we know who not to hang out with anymore.
Yeah.
And leave.
Because
we don't want you here.
We do not.
For years, the left told us we just had to accept transnational gang violence in our cities. Trump just sent a missile through the roof of the man responsible.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big fucking deal. Because that's how it's been. Hey, guys, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Like,
dirty Americans.
Dirty Americans.
Bam!
So, this man
green roof.
built Tren de Aragua from inside a lawless Venezuelan prison. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. He turned the prison into a literal luxury city for himself, complete with a private zoo, a baseball field, a casino, pool halls, and a nightclub, all while running a multi-million-dollar international crime syndicate called Tren de Aragua. He escaped in 2023 and has been an elusive, untouchable ghost ever since. He's been gone. Nobody knows where he's at. And then the minute we found out, we blew him the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And not only does this take care of that problem, but it shows, just like we're showing in Iran, every time a leader pops their head up in Iran, bam, they're blown up. Like we're showing the world, if you fuck with Americans,
get American.
We're going to blow you up. We're going to give you some freedom.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give you some freedom. I wish I'm not going to look up one of those memes. But you know what I'm talking about when the eagle looks over? Sounds like Venezuela needs some freedom.
Needs some fucking freedom.
They tracked him down to his compound in the jungle this week. And you saw what happened. Game over.
Done.
Earlier this year, the U.S. military did the same thing in Venezuela in January. We seized Nicolas Maduro. Now, I'm still wondering why we seized Nicolas Maduro. Like, there's some underlying back channel conversations that maybe he's given up the goat on some political bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's true or if we really are just trying to hold him for drug trafficking charges. But you would think if we really are just trying to hold him for some drug trafficking charges, we would have gone and got this guy too instead of blowing him up.
Yeah.
But it is also way cheaper and way easier to send a missile down his chimney. He didn't have a chimney, but if he did, the missile would have gone down.
Definitely doesn't have one now.
Yeah, there's definitely not one there now.
Chimneyless.
We already fucked Cuba up by taking Venezuela. That's why they need oil. Because Venezuela is not selling it to them anymore. America said, no, Cuba. You'll get no more oil unless you're not communist.
Yep.
You have to remember, Trump designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. That's why we can see these kinetic hot strikes on these people. That's the biggest thing with this. Had he not done that, we wouldn't be able to blow up their boats and blow up their houses.
Yeah.
We would have to just wait till they come across the border into America with bags of drugs or little kids or adults that are being mistreated and abused along the road to get here. And there wouldn't have been any change. Now, we don't need due process. We no longer need long-winded extradition battles. Just kinetic action. We blow you the fuck up.
You get blamoed.
So if you were asleep late Friday night, you missed the historic moment. where the green roof of a terrorist compound in Venezuela vanished in a cloud of smoke. And that's exactly what it did. Nino Guerrera, the monster who flooded our hemisphere with drugs, human trafficking, and violence, is dead. Taken out by U.S. Southern Command. Go Southern Command. Go America.
Woo! America.
I can't even say anything better than that. So the next thing we're going to talk about before we get to UFC 250, which I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you see it. Go up. Yep, that's good. I don't know how I managed to nail it.
Well. You
know. Calm it down, Greg. Calm it down.
Oh.
They're going to pull our 1 6-cent sponsor that fucked it all up.
Right.
A decision was handed down by U.S. Judge Christopher R. Cooper in a massive 94-page opinion issued in late May. His final order gave the Kennedy Center a strict 2-week deadline to wipe out all references to the Trump Kennedy Center. Now, when this first happened, I was kind of a little bothered by the fact that Trump just had to put his name on something. Full disclosure. As MAGA as I am, I don't like whoaboutism. Like, well, I'm Donald Trump. My name needs to be on everything.
Yeah.
I'm Trump. It needs to be on everything.
That's how Trump rolls.
It is how he rolls. And when he put his name on the Kennedy Center, I really thought that this was another one of those moments where he was just like, well, I'm important. Everybody knows I'm Donald Trump, and they should know my name. It should be on buildings.
On buildings.
It should be on dollars, $100. My face should be on $1,000 bill. Like, I totally, I'm kind of against that. There's a lot that I am pro-Trump for, but the whataboutism, I'm not. I don't like that about politicians. It looks phony. And as few amount of things that look phony on Trump, this just felt phony. So I dug into it today because they had to pull it off. And so the reason they said they had to pull it off was basically Congress is what named the Kennedy Center. They said this was a living monument, which doesn't make sense to me because it's like a building. And so, like, living things aren't buildings.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm stupid, which is quite fucking possible. But I just don't see it. So, basically what happened, though, is this isn't a moment where Trump just decided to put his name on something. He's part of a board at the Kennedy Center, and apparently the Kennedy Center was dilapidated, falling apart, losing revenue, not having people come, needing in a state of disrepair.
Yeah.
And Trump came in and got a bunch of investors to dump money into it, and $250 million to be exact. And in the process, none of these are available. In the process, he
Are we within the time limit?
Yeah. He did a lot, actually. And so the board voted, and although Trump is on the board, and that him being the president does have some weight and velocity behind it, the board unanimously voted that his name should be on the building because of the efforts he put forth to get it fixed, to get it rebuilt, to get it put back into a standard that's not in disrepair, but actually like a good quality, solid building. So then I looked a little more into it, and let me find my paperwork. Because you know me, I'm nothing without my papers.
My paperwork.
President Trump views his role as a builder, a businessman, and a leader. And he looks at it like, we saved the building. When the board voted unanimously to add his name to create the Donald J. Trump and JFK Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts, the official White House stance wasn't just about putting his name on the wall for the sake of it. It was framed as a direct reflection of a financial and physical rescue operation. When Trump took over as the board chair after purging the previous trustees, the administration argued that the Kennedy Center was facing severe structural deficit, declining attendance, and financial ruin under the previous leadership. The Trump-aligned board immediately pushed forward a massive, what was initially a $247 million modernization and revitalization project, ended up being a $400 million plan to fix it. In Trump mind, as a classic New York real estate mogul, if you step in as a chairman, secure hundreds of millions of dollars to physically save, rebuild, and structurally fortify a failing property, your brand belongs on that project.
Mm-hmm.
When asked about it in December, Trump told reporters at the White House, "We're saving the building. Now it's very solid. It's very strong." The builder's philosophy versus bureaucracy, and that's, I fucked that word up, but that's what we have here, because what you have is the corporate turnaround model. Trump treats public institutions the way a CEO treats a distressed asset. He treats his thought process. I replaced the board, I took over his chair,
Yeah.
and we fixed it.
Like, the hell's wrong with that?
We fixed it. The board voted for my name to be on it. And although he can have weight as the president, at the end of the day, he can't strong arm people. Like, this isn't 1950s mob boss era rules.
Yeah.
Like the media paints it to be. Like, I can't one day walk up and be like, "Greg, you got to call yourself Tom now."
Yeah.
Well, why? Well, we're on a podcast, and your name's Tom now. This is the Two Toms podcast.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't fucking work. So he used a private sector approach, and what he ended up doing is running straight into the wall of bureaucracy, because Congress explicitly designated the building by law in 1964 as the sole national monument to JFK's memory in Washington. And the courts ruled that a presidentially appointed board doesn't simply have the legitimate power to rewrite a federal statute on whim. So let's kind of full circle this. The left wants you to think that putting the Trump name on the building was just an ego trip, but look at the facts. The Kennedy Center was falling apart, bleeding money, and losing its status. Trump steps in his chair, secures over $400 million to completely revitalize the infrastructure, and plans to turn it into the envy of the world. He was trying to make it better. In the real world, when a master builder saves a project, wraps it up in financial security, and rebuilds it from the ground up, they put their name on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's accountability. That's pride in authorship. But the DC swamp couldn't handle that. They didn't care about the hundreds of millions of funding or the fact that the building was being saved. A left-wing judge used a 94-page technicality to say, "Sorry, you didn't ask permission from the bureaucrats in Congress first." They would rather see a national monument crumble under establishment management than see it thrive with Donald Trump's name on the front portico. They literally sat there in the middle of the night, Friday night, last night, and peeled Donald Trump off of it.
Yeah.
And why did they do that? There's no real reason other than the fact to try to make Trump look like he's being a fascist.
Yep.
When at the end of the day, he did way more than just say, "Let's put my name on it," which is what a fascist did. He went behind the scenes. He gathered hundreds of millions of dollars. He fucking fixed it. He fixed it. That's like right now you have leftists that are walking up to the memorial pond, the reflection pond. I can't fucking think of what its name is right now.
I think that's what it's called.
The reflection pond, or anyway, it's beautiful now. It's actually reflecting. There's no heroin needles. And what they're saying is, "I don't want to admit that I like this, but this is beautiful." And it's another one of those times where Trump stepped in and said, "Hey, you had a plan to fix it over 4 or 8 years, and I fixed it in less than 2. And it is absolutely stunning. And you have some people saying, "Well, Trump called his pool guy
Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool.
Thank you. And his pool guy got a no bid contract. None of that is true.
Yes.
The guy has never worked for Trump before. The only truth to it is called American flag blue, the color of everything that they put on the bottom. It's a very dark blue color, kind of like that one. And it helps create the reflection. That is the point. We're talking 12 to 14 inches deep of water that is literally designed so if you stand at one end or the other, you can see the reflection of the Washington Monument. Is it the Lincoln Memorial?
Yeah.
And the Lincoln Memorial, depending on which end of the pond you're standing on. And you have a bunch of liberals out there that are kind of losing their minds because it's like, oh my God, this is really good. It looks really good. But fucking Donald Trump did it.
Yeah, they're just whiny bitches.
And he did it once again under budget and ahead of schedule, which is what Trump's known for in the building industries. You know, all the Trump Tower, like if you ever have time, read Trump's Art of the Deal. It's a great fucking book. It really is. I have read it, albeit just recently, but I have read it.
Yeah, I need to read it.
And so what they did was they showed up, they put a tarp. That's why if you look right next to my co-host's bottom of his sleeve, they put a tarp over where it said Donald J. Trump. And then 4 to 6 hours later, they removed it. They took it down because they don't understand that this man didn't just walk up one day and say, put my name on that building. He invested time, effort, and resources. And then the board approved of him putting his name on that building.
Right.
This wasn't just what the media wants you to think that Donald Trump's just egotistically putting his name on something. No, he fucking fixed it. And beyond that, it's not like even though we fixed the reflecting pond, that he put his name on that too. Like there's no board for that.
No.
This was voted on and chosen by the people that are on the committee. And because he didn't ask the bureaucracy for the acceptance, they said, fuck you, take it down.
Yeah, they're just being pissy. Being bureaucrats.
The main argument that take the renaming was the legal status of the building itself. The center is officially designated by federal law as the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts, a living national monument created by an explicit act of Congress. Because the Board of Trustees is a federally appointed body operating a national memorial, Judge Cooper ruled that they completely exceeded their authority. His exact words were, Congress gave the Kennedy Center its name, and only Congress can change it. The court found that the board's December vote to add Trump's name violated Congress's unequivocal mandate, the lawsuit that sparked it. The entire legal chain reaction started back in December when Representative Joyce Betty, a Democrat lawmaker from Ohio, filed a lawsuit. Betty is an ex officio, non-voting member of the Kennedy Center Board of Trustees. She sued on the ground that the board intentionally stripped out voting rules and sidelined certain board members to ram the unanimous renaming vote through. The renaming wasn't the only thing they asked. This is wild. Trump-aligned board also previously approved a $257 million revitalization program, which would have shut the Kennedy Center down for 2 full years, starting July 5th. So they were going to fix the entirety of the building on top of all the repairs that have already been made. Things that the building had to actually be shut down for to repair and not have people trouncing through it to like get injured. Like if you're doing a remodel of a building, you can't have people still using it.
Right.
The DC court system used a highly technical bureaucratic technicality, claiming a president appointed board doesn't have the authority to manage its own building signage without a full act of Congress. Just to hand a victory to a rogue Democratic lawmaker who wanted to strip the president's name off a wall.
A douchebag.
It highlights exactly the fact that Democrats, even if you're making shit better, you're fixing it, cannot allow that to happen.
They just hate Trump.
If Trump has something to do with it. Once again, if Donald Trump came out tomorrow and said, don't hold plastic bags over your head,
Yeah,
that we'd lose a whole fucking population because they would all immediately hold bags over their head and kill themselves. Which is not what we want.
Oh shit, where'd Tom go?
Tom's gone. We want them to stay there.
Why can we only review it?
Oh, that's what we want.
Oh.
All right, this one's you.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it always says that top part.
Yeah, but it was different on that one.
We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you could actually own and control your money. After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money, delaying transfers, or limiting access, you're in control. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you've felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today. Everyone's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all that complexity and makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stable coins, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay. So you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creators, like us, directly. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, God. What are you doing? What have you done? Oh, shit. Okay.
There we go. There we go. That was a moment for a pause. So, last thing we're going to talk about. I don't know if you know what we're going to talk about. I don't know. I don't know. We're getting wild. I'm slowly disappearing. And I'm back. So we got UFC Freedom 250. Sunday night, June 14th, 2026. It's going to be pretty damn good. Now, judges federally tried to block Judges federally tried to block this event from happening. I watched a video where Dana White actually came out and said that he was fully expecting this. They were ready for this, and they had everything they needed just to make sure that they couldn't be blocked to actually having this event. Now, this event, everybody's talking about how President Trump's doing this because I believe his birthday. When is his birthday? Okay, Google, what day is President Trump's birthday?
President Donald Trump's birthday is June 14th. He was born on June 14th, 1940.
That's tomorrow.
So it is on his birthday, but fuck it.
But fuck it. Oh my God.
And did my camera die? I bet it fucking died. Nope.
What the fuck? It hates us.
It just hates us. Hold on, guys. We're dealing with temporary
Technical difficulty.
difficulty. Does it still? Oh yeah, check out my shirt. Never bring a skateboard to a gunfight.
That's right.
And we will not comply.
That's right.
Drag upside down. There we go. We will not comply. We shall not comply.
Comprara.
I don't know why that's an Asian accent.
It just is.
Just is. So, President Trump's birthday is tomorrow. This was initially designed to go off on the July 4th weekend, but so much other stuff is happening that that's not when we're doing it. And you know what? I'm excited for it.
Me too.
It's going to start on Paramount Plus at 8 p.m. The Claw is an engineering marvel. The fact, so apparently the South Lawn sits at a slope about like this. My hand's not showing. Here, let's see if I can get it to show up.
Sometimes, yeah, a little movement.
So the South Lawn sits at a slope about like this. And that's where the cage is. So we had to deal with the slope. There had no lighting. So that's what the Claw is built for. I don't know why they call it the Claw. Kind of questionable.
The Claw.
The Claw is coming to get you. Check out my strong hand. What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Oh, we pinned it. Let's unpin it. You've got 5,000 people. Now, you got a lot of people out here going, oh my God, they're charging $1 million for the front seats. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, like, of course, they want to make money on it.
They want to make money.
They
spent a bunch of money on this venue to build this whole thing.
Yep.
And we're celebrating the United States. As a matter of fact, to do this is costing the United States nothing. But it's another part of celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America by an American-owned, American-made company. An American-made company. And what's the problem? UFC is American.
Yep.
This isn't like any other sport out there. This is where two men get into a cage and fight in the purest and rawest form that is legally sanctioned. There's ground game, there's striking, there's all of it. Now, some could say, well, we're not having a baseball game.
That's boring.
Well, the Republicans beat the Democrats for the 6th time in a row.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because there is a baseball game.
A congressional baseball game.
A congressional baseball game that the Republicans keep winning. But
I wonder who pays for that.
So it's got 5,000, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I bet the taxpayers pay for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Did the taxpayers pay for this?
I don't think so.
No, they didn't. They didn't. I know that they didn't. So, this is just another way Donald Trump can celebrate his birthday. How many times did he do wild shit for his birthdays in his last presidency?
I don't know, 0? Probably?
Zero. So, could it just be that this is for the 250th anniversary of the United States of America? 250 years of kicking Britain's ass?
Whooping
them? I think so. I honestly wish there was a great British UFC fighter and a great American UFC fighter in the same weight class, and they would be on this card. Because that would be chef's kiss. Fucking perfect. So the Claw itself weighs 600 tons, and it was built to turn the South Lawn into a mini outdoor coliseum. Its total height is 154 feet to its peak, meaning it actually arches kind of like you see here over the White House roofline. It's completely wrapped and painted in custom red, white, and blue graphics. It doesn't say Donald Trump on it, does it? Does it say Happy Birthday, Donald Trump?
Nope.
I didn't think so. I was just checking. Now, the UFC has never run a 100% open air outdoor system event with zero roof protection in its 33-year history. The Claw houses a massive, high tech overhead canopy specializing lighting and production rigs to shield the cage or the octagon from the elements. Despite heavy rain and storm threats in DC this week, Dana White explicitly declared the fights are going on no matter what. I don't care if it snows, rains, or lightnings. We are going. So
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen. The fight cards, the main event, lightweight championship, undisputed champion. You want to read that name? Do you know that name?
Yeah, Ilya Topuria.
I'm glad that I asked. Ilya Topuria puts his belt on the line to fight Justin Gaethje.
Go Gaethje.
Co-main interim heavyweight championship. Why does it say interim? What does that mean?
You get a chance to fight for the real one.
Oh, so this is like a fight to fight for the championship? Yeah. Okay. Former two-division king Alex Pereira moves up to the heavyweight division in a historic bid to win a third weight class, taking on French striking master Cyril Gane.
Yep. Gone, I think so. Gone?
Yeah. Okay. This guy is the guy that knows fighting. I'm just the talking head today. I actually told him I wasn't going to talk at all because I was fucking up so bad earlier today trying to prep for this, because we actually go through this a couple times during the day so that we don't look completely stupid on the shittiest podcast on Rumble.
Yes.
Former bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley steps in to fight the dangerous. Do you know that one?
I do not. Ayman Zahabi, I guess.
Ayman Zahabi. That's where I would have said. That's exactly what I was just gonna say. Exactly. Who's riding a 7-fight win streak. UFC's absolute knockout king Derek Lewis takes on the rising undefeated heavyweight star Josh Hokite.
Hokit, yeah.
Okay. And Michael Chandler collides with Brazilian star Rufi.
That guy, yeah, Mauricio
Rufi.
Rufi, who knows?
And then 3-time NCAA wrestling legend Bo Nickel takes on Philly finisher Kylie Dukas. Tell them about the Bo Nickel story that you told me.
Oh, he's such a good wrestler that he out-wrestled a whole jiu-jitsu gym, and they just gave him a blue belt.
How are you just going to walk in and be like, hey, I've never done this in my life?
Yeah. He was also throwing around Gordon Ryan he was like the #1 jiu-jitsu guy. Gordon Ryan still beat him, but he was like giving him a run for his money. So that was pretty good.
When winning his college wrestling national title, Nickel told Trump back then he'd fight in the UFC one day, and Trump told him he'd put in a good word. Talk about manifesting a moment. Card opener, action-packed featherweight contenders, Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia, who comes in on a 7-fight win streak. This is the ultimate counterpunch. The DC elite spent their Friday night working in the dark to scrape the name off the Kennedy Center, while Trump and Dana White spent their weekend dropping a 600-ton Coliseum on the South Lawn to show the absolute peak of American strength.
Mm-hmm.
There's just nothing better than this.
The greatest.
Just so you know, a federal judge just ruled that the event can officially proceed. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Dana White knew that they were going to try to fight this, and they did. But at the end of the day, federal judge said, you know what? America, let's do it.
Yep.
And that is our episode, folks. We appreciate you sitting here and coming in and joining us. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button. There's 11 of you. I expect at least 6 likes.
At least.
Don't forget to hit the follow, hit the subscribe, and hit the notification button. For all the guys upset that we post our link in your comments, I'm really sorry that bothers you, but don't be a girl.
Yeah.
Like, you can post your link in our comments.
Yeah, we
it's
don't
okay.
care.
We're not mad about that. Maybe some of our listeners would rather watch your shit. Maybe some of your listeners would rather watch our shit.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you're just upset because you really are trying to make money when we're just sitting here trying to talk with people. So hit the follow button, hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the share. Post your link in our comments if you want to. We're okay with that. Ultra Nation, we're out.
Peace.
Wrong one. Sorry.